2, 1.
Always ask someone you love before you put anything in your mouth.
I'm just glad you're doing this in the privacy of your own room.
So let's do this thing.
Welcome to the LARPBook podcast. This is episode 28, Sunday, 21st of February, 2016. Hello, I'm your host, Stuart Edwards, and with me, as always, is Luke, reporting live from Baghdad Pit.
That'll be the right time to be.
Hello. Yeah, there we go. Is everything okay there, Luke? You're not getting bombed or shelled or anything like that? Okay, that's working fantastically well, and of course, Robert, as per normal, looking fantastic. Looking fantastic and resplendent in his hoodie with his long hair. Davis and Godzilla, naturally, because who doesn't need a good Godzilla? Yep. With us this evening as well is the Mr. Busby. Hello, Mr. Busby. How are you?
I am doing okay.
I'm really hoping you actually do make this a regular thing, to be honest with you, because...
Well, it's 2 shows in a row. That's fairly regular, I think.
Yeah. One a year?
It's fine, yeah.
That's not too bad. And with us tonight, we have some very special guests. When I say special, they do go on a special bus. Lewis and Andy from the I'm calling it the Pirate Festival, guys. Is that right?
Yeah, you suppose you can call us that.
So welcome to the show, folks. Now, in today's show, we have got basically There Be Pirates. Yeah, UK LARP Awards nominations are announced. I don't even know if I can actually say that, Rob. Subductis.
That be Subductis, yep.
Good God, I actually got that right. And Shards of, and I really read this wrong earlier on, Massagon. I'm really hoping I'm saying that right as well.
I hope you're saying that right too.
Because the only thing that came through my head as I was reading it was massage on, and I thought
it would be an entirely different kind of game.
Yeah, and I thought, hey, sign me up for that. I'm, definitely, yeah, definitely go for a bit of that. So let's kind of start things out then with Lewis and Andy from the Pirate Festival. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you doing?
Guys.
Thank you.
You're good.
Good, excellent. It's nice to see that. Lewis, are you actually there?
Yeah, still here.
Okay, just checking. It's it's nice when the guests actually speak. Just saying.
Lewis, 2 words.
Yeah.
There be pirates, apparently.
There be pirates. Come along.
Aye, pirates.
And there be pirates. Please come along.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Cool. Right. Now, I wasn't part of last year's pirate event at Raglan, but Lucas Pitimus, he wore a big coatimus, was. So I'm going to hand it over a little bit to Luke and what have you, to ask about what's happening this year.
Well, hopefully you're going to hear me because my bandwidth seems to be in and out.
Yeah.
Stuart, you're going to have to guide me just if you start to lose me. But we are quite well prepared now.
Okay. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually get Rob to ask questions, and myself, I think.
Okay, yeah. Am I kicking off?
I would say kill.
No, you're on dial-up, mate.
Yeah, kill.
Yeah.
Kill your video, I think, mate, and just go audio again, and stop travelling around so much for your work. I know when we're doing a show. I mean, what's wrong with you? Just do what I do and book stuff around it. Just say I can't be with you on Monday because I'm doing a show on Sunday. Yeah.
I mean, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
That's fine. Well,
Yeah,
I've just turned the audio off, so that's fine. So what we were just saying is about the Facebook page. We've got a web to bail it out. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, the bits I heard.
Yeah. So yeah. So actually, shall we kick off perhaps with just explaining a little bit what the festival is, and perhaps talking about the web, then go to the website and Facebook pages.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So over to Andy and Lewis. Tell us a little bit now about what the festival's actually all about.
Lewis, do you want to
Andy,
lead?
No, you take this
beat
one,
you to
mate.
it. You're first. Go.
It's
Right, what it
basically,
is,
who's going, you or me?
I'm shutting up.
Makes a change.
Listen, I'm a married man. I know when to shut my mouth.
Yeah, as don't we all? Usually when we're kicked out of the house.
Yep.
Go on, Lewis. Go on, mate.
But yeah, basically, it's just a big celebration of all things pirate, including sort of pirate living history groups, so your reenactment, pirate LARP groups, and guys who just want to dress up as pirates. So I guess that comes under the cosplay
Yep.
side of things. We're running our second year this year,
Yeah.
and we decided we're going to get a lot bigger, make a lot more noise, and try and get a few more people down crew-wise. So we have had to move the festival, because of the size, to Caldecott Castle instead of Raglan this year.
Oh, okay, right. Caldecott Castle, for anybody that doesn't know, is a fantastic castle. Love it to bits. It's it's quite large. Is the best way to describe that.
Yeah, I think we've got 56 acres at our disposal to play around and for the entire weekend.
Okay.
So, but the pirate festival community in Britain is it's quite small, but it's growing. There's quite a few festivals around the country, and the one in Wales last year sort of like sparked a lot of interest. So we're trying to make it a little bit more involved, a little bit bigger. We're getting some of the top reenactors down to give us a hand, and so we've got black powder guns and cannons and permission to let loose within the castle walls. So we're hoping this year's going to be a hell of a lot bigger.
So they're actually allowing you to blow stuff up then this year?
Yeah, we have put Luke's
Pretty
name
much.
down. But he, for some reason, I don't think he's accepted. But we've got cannons. I think we've got permission for something silly like about 200 cannons.
216 pounders
Yeah.
is what we've got clearance for.
Awesome.
Right, are you going to war?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
we are.
Good to know.
With me.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, what we've got is complete clearance, really, to do what we want this year. We're not restricted by anything serious this year. And that will include sort of the firing of cannons. We weren't able to do that last year because of the location. It was quite a built-up area, Raglan.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But Caldecott's actually quite used to that because they host so many sort of military jamboree things as well there, so...
Yeah.
They do.
And if it's the one thing the military love to do, it's to shoot off a big cannon.
Oh, yeah, I think everyone likes the sound and the smells, and it just adds to it. I mean, one of the other things that's going in our favour is we're not just a reenactor group. We've got mixtures. You know, it's not just living history. We've got, let's say, the guys that will portray fictional characters. We got some LARPers are on the way down. I think we got some steampunks. Someone was mentioning as well. So we're kind of
Steampunk Alliance.
There you go. So we're kind of opening the door for everyone. We're not pigeonholing it just for one particular group because you kind of narrow down your audience. So everyone's welcome. If you're just interested in pirates, just come on down.
Right. You know, it does sound fantastic. I am going to be there this year. I have said.
Don't threaten me, Stu.
No. I am, mate. I am. I'm going to be there this year. I did make a promise on the last time you were on that I was going to attend. I think Luke and I have some ideas.
Yes, we do.
Should we worry?
A lot.
Always.
You should worry a lot.
I refer you to a phrase that Thomas is about to come out with whenever we say we have an idea.
You always have to worry. Whenever they have an idea, it's bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I don't know what you mean. We are very sensible individuals.
I couldn't even finish that sentence off.
And the crazy thing for me is there's never even any alcohol involved.
No.
Yeah.
We've already started the fight, haven't we,
Yeah.
Lewis?
Yes.
On Facebook.
Yes.
You should.
Good old King George has been mouthing off at some of our pirate antics again.
Fantastic.
Which is great. I mean, one thing that we found worked so well last year was the back and forth that we had with the amongst the reenactors, so the militia against the pirates type thing.
Right. Okay. So if people come along this year, and we really sort of do encourage people to come along, yeah. What can they actually expect? Paint a picture, one of you.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, do you want to take this, mate?
Go on. You see, I was just waiting, hoping that he was going to carry on, but he's not going to. So, right. I mean, if you come along, what you're going to see is a whole mixture of historical living history, reenactments. We got the guys there that are going to show you the real side of the pirate life, not the Hollywood side, not the fictional side.
Okay.
But the real blood, guts, and gore. And these guys are they travel the country and they do it regularly, so they know what they're talking about.
Right.
Then you're going to get the cosplayers, the guys that portraying fictional characters and Disney characters. And let's face it, I fall into one of those categories myself, and I don't portray any particular character. It's just a pirate, how I imagine it in my mind.
Okay.
And we're just there for a laugh.
Good.
There's a load of games that we're setting up for kids. We've got children's entertainment.
Yeah.
We've got stalls. We've got a number of storylines that we're going to be running over the whole weekend. So it's not just going to be turn up and, there's a load of guys in the field shooting guns and there's a load of people walking around as pirates. We've got an ongoing storyline. The reenactors and the cosplayers and the LARPers as well. If they want to get joined in, just come down and give us a shout. Trust me, we'll rope you in to do something. And we try and get the public involved as well. Because the only way we're going to grow is if suddenly it sparks someone's interest. If they go along and say, you know what, that was a laugh. Those guys are having a laugh. They really are enjoying themselves. I want to do that. So, I mean, we definitely don't take ourselves seriously.
Oh, God, no.
Well, look. I mean, anybody that's friends with us.
Well, I was just about to say that, but I thought...
I mean, if at any point anybody ever takes themselves seriously anywhere near our vicinity, God help them. No.
One of the key things for us,
but that's
is
what we
the public become right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
With Raglan, the public were involved in the trials. They were involved in the brandings and stuff that we did. They were involved in the executions. And they felt a big part of it. I think that's what we want to try and get through this year as well, is make the public right in the middle of it and be a part of the event themselves.
Good. I mean,
if you pay buy a ticket and come along and you're not in costume, you'll still feel that there's action going on around you that you're actually part of, and you can feel like
you don't have to be in costume. Exactly. I mean, if you want to come down in costume, go for it. Great.
More than welcome.
But if you're not in costume, so what? It doesn't matter. You'll still be part of it. We'll still drag you in. You'll still be part of the storyline. I mean, on the Friday, okay, that we're not really kicking off on the Friday, but we're starting to sort of like set things up on the Friday evening. But we're actually going down into Caldicot town on the evening, and we're getting the town involved. Some of them don't even know that yet. It'll be a little bit of a surprise. Nipping out for a bottle of milk, and there's a load of pirates. But we're not restricting it. We're not sort of like saying just come and watch us. We're saying come and join us.
Yeah.
And there's not many places that allow you to do that now. Everything's sort of like roped off. You're one side, and the entertainment's the other. There are no boundaries. There are no ropes. The only thing that's restricted is the actual reenactment because of the fact of the danger of the fact. I mean, these guys are using, steel swords. They're not LARP swords. They're steel swords, and we're actually using black powder and cannon. So there's a little bit of health and safety there. But everything else, just come down, say hello, and join in. Be part of the storyline.
Okay, and Thomas, just let you know when he said you come down to costume, not your Little Mermaid costume, but all right, it's not appropriate.
Hey, mermaids are piracy too. They're on the front of ships.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think you look great, Thomas. Don't let him nag you.
Thank you.
What do you think, Andy? Should we let him down in mermaid kit?
Yeah.
Oh, I think find something. I think you should definitely come dressed as a mermaid.
Well, actually, guys, I've had an idea.
Go on, Rob.
I have a little paddling pool. Why don't we get a pool and put Thomas in his mermaid costume in it?
Yeah, and I think you should have those pictures.
Yeah,
if you're going to actually say it, you're going to have to follow it through.
Because this is actually recorded history. And
we all know that
up on the interwebs for
well,
to this now. Yes,
I wouldn't want to subject the public to me and
shut up.
It's not nice.
Just accept it.
Thomas, we might have a little role for you, actually.
Oh, God, here we go. Yeah,
it might be a ham one, but it'll just be a little roll.
Yeah,
it'll be a little role revolving around the Crimson Moon. I think. What do you think, Andy?
Oh, we'll find him something.
Oh, yeah.
We need a bar wench.
Yeah, definitely. Right,
I don't think I'm busty enough for that.
Tom, we can make you busty, mate. That's not a problem.
And you have such a good wench's beard.
Tom, definitely go with that because it's Crimson Moon, mate. That's a bar.
Yeah.
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 An in-character bar.
Do you need any more?
I mean, let's be honest. Do you need any more incentive? Because if you need any more incentive, then here's a little bit more incentive. If you don't do it, then I will have to play gay chicken with you.
Yeah, but doesn't gay chicken needs two? Gay chicken needs two people to be willing. I wouldn't be willing.
That's why I said there's the incentive.
Oh, right, I see.
Okay. The penny drops. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Well, in fact, actually, now Leave Me Alone and Never Return has said to you, Thomas, that you'd make a great little mermaid, so you ought to embrace it.
Yeah.
Oh, now leave her. Shut up.
I don't think we've actually got a mermaid yet, so
we have now.
I mean, we have now.
Yes. Excellent.
She's called Thomas.
I mean, looking at the activities on the website, you've got a great many things. I mean, you've got a trader's village, you've got the licensed tavern, in-character, face baiting, treasure hunts, demos, and now a mermaid. Brilliant.
I mean, good God, what more could anyone ask for?
Yeah, it's all there.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, mate, I'll get dressed up as a mermaid as well. I'm not bothered. You know me, mate.
I'd prefer.
We now have two mermaids. It's public.
I'd prefer.
Oh no!
You
not Stuart.
You heard it here first, guys. Two mermaids at the South Wales Pirate Festival. There we go.
Honestly,
excellent. And there goes Robert for a second, probably to sneeze his head off somewhere. He was wrestling.
Disgust, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was wrestling with the fire he's got in his shed earlier on. I don't know if that's anything to do with that, but there you go. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'll be honest, mainly because any chance to not be me for a weekend is great. And pirates. I mean, come on, what's not to love?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And of course, we get to hang Lewis, which is really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang those. And as the king, I will make it my personal goal that we have to at least flog him twice during the entire
You'll enjoy
weekend.
Yeah, but we never get
Well-
much for him when we do that.
I know, but it's so worth it. So let the Facebook kind of flogging begin, and come over here if you think you're hard enough. Is that what it was? Is that what you need, Lewis? A little bit of go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's go with the pirate that made you run like a sissy girl last time, mate.
I say I shouldn't really gamble with you, should I, Lewis? Because I remember the last time I did.
Yeah, you came off a little bit worse on that one, I think.
Especially when we decided to go double and quits.
Yeah, thanks
You
for that.
didn't. You
I enjoyed
didn't.
that.
You didn't go double and quits. You fool.
Yeah, I only ever did it once. You're very gracious.
Cool. So when is all this happening, guys, and where can people find the information?
Right, it's in August. It's on Saturday and Sunday, the 20th and the 21st. It's at Caldicot Castle, which is in South Wales.
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook. If you have a look
Twitter
for South Wales,
and-
Twitter, yeah, and we've got a website which I can't remember the web address for.
It's www.southwalespirates.co.uk.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
We will put all of those links up in the show notes as well, obviously, for people to get to. So it'll be nice and easy for you. Is there any other questions apart from how fantastically well Thomas will look as a mermaid?
Can she have grey hair? Because that's the only wig I got at the moment.
Oh, don't worry, Thomas. We've got an entire outfit just for you.
Okay.
It'll be good.
And not only that,
I'm sure we can sort something out for you there, Thomas.
you know, think about it, Tom. Right? You know, if I'm going to be a mermaid with you as well, mate. Well, I've got grey hair anyway, so it'll just match, mate. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Granny.
We must meet in heaven.
or hell. I'm not quite sure which one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to sing some of the songs out of the film as well.
Yeah, I can do that.
Superb. You see, I love this. They just keep volunteering for things.
I just like to say that Stu
Brilliant, isn't
volunteered to sing, not me.
Oh, honestly,
No, you
listen
gotta do it as a
to him
duet.
now.
I can show you the world. Oh no, hang on, it's Aladdin in it.
Does anybody know the words to a little
No.
mermaid song?
That's it.
Please don't give Stuart any more ammo than, or in any way necessary, because he'll bloody take it and just ruin it all. Kids will be crying.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
No.
No, sorry, mate.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
See, why do you turn Cockney when you sing? What the hell?
Okay, all right then. A whole new world. Oh, that's Aladdin again. Hang
Oh,
on a
that's-
minute.
yeah.
Just...
I think what Andy, I don't know about you, but I'm happy to post lyrics from Little Mermaid songs up to the LARPBook podcast so they can revise a little bit.
Oh,
I think that's a very good idea.
don't worry. I after this, I'm literally buying the karaoke CD, mate. We're sorted. No problem.
Liam,
Honestly, I'd just
But you're
like to now announce, by the way, that my wife has got more front than Brighton, saying that she's going to loan Thomas one of my bras and wigs.
Excellent.
You guys are going to be streaming from the festival as well, aren't you?
Yes, we're hoping to.
Well, we're hoping to. Yeah.
So if you are going to be streaming from the festival, people will be able to actually see you dressed as mermaids and singing.
Yes.
Yeah, but this isn't going to be a problem at all. Let's be honest. I mean, the sheer fact that we do this sort of thing, regardless, right? Yeah, and anybody that I'm not sure if we've actually met Andy. Have we?
Yeah, you've met me, Luke.
Yeah,
I've met you.
yeah, but you haven't met me though, Stuart. Have you?
No.
Imagine just a better looking me.
That's willing to actually go further than Luke.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
and
that's worrying.
I'm prepared to go quite far as well, if that's any help.
I had heard that.
that's good to know, Luke.
Yeah.
There's a little
We
bit
have
of
a plan on
graffiti
this.
that says
Yeah,
something like that.
Luke has boundaries, Stu doesn't.
And when we say
I-
boundaries, that's quite loose.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about Luke's boundaries because I'm thinking the Crimson Moon are going to be there, aren't they?
Yes, they'll
Yes.
get him completely and utterly
oh.
drunk.
And what happened last time we talked to the Crimson Moon?
We got ourselves in lots of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to say, though, in fairness, and I think this is right to say that, whilst we're doing everything that we're doing, we will be totally sober. Because that's what we've all agreed to.
Yes.
After hours, when we're a little bit more kind of relaxed, that's when you'll probably see the real us, and you'll see, kind of us having a relax and a little bit of a drink. But when we've got no weapons and there's no storyline going on, but until then, we'll be totally sober. So the Crimson Moon will not make any money out of us until then. But afterwards, I'll be giving us bank cards and everything else. Yeah, that's right.
They
Don't
sell
tell
soft
them.
drinks as well, so you're fine.
Oh, I'm sorted
Yeah,
then.
well,
I'm
yeah.
sorted then.
Well, I thought those were just for you, Lewis, because you've been a girl and everything.
No,
I've got a nice
they'll be for me.
bottle of rum that I'm taking.
Well,
Really?
do you know what? That's amazing. That's not very stereotypical at all.
Of course not.
It's nice to see that you're keeping up with the stereotype there. All right, I've got a question. Did you just become a pirate because you realised you liked rum a lot?
Sorry.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I mean that's fair. This.
Good answer.
Glad that we kind of cleared that up. Yeah. I don't know where to go
Well,
further on that joke.
I have to say that rum for me is about. I just couldn't drink it on its own. But rum and shrub, however, wow. Drink that until the cows come home.
Look, I keep telling you, right? Okay, don't put greenery into drinks, right?
No, it's not that. It's actually very boringly. It has actually got quite a lot of history to it. But shrub is beautiful stuff, and it goes very well with rum. Rum and shrub. There you go.
So can you confirm?
Are you willing to
this is
bet
not
another? Are you willing
on?
to bet another bottle of rum on that, Luke?
That it tastes better.
Yeah.
Well, who are we going to have as a test group?
Busby.
Andy.
Oh
What
yeah,
about you?
yeah. Choose the one who doesn't drink.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I yes, absolutely. I'm willing to bet that that basically rum and shrub tastes better than rum on its own.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge
No,
accepted, skinny boy.
Are we talking regular rum or spiced rum?
It's whatever Bex is prepared to let me buy you.
Just a cheaper one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Celine says Celine says she's got one demand: not touch the beard on Busby.
I think we can.
Yeah, that's right.
No touch zone. Around
But
the
I'll be honest with you, Celine. We can't promise that.
No.
I mean, we tried to promise, but unfortunately, the words "I promise" never seem to really come out of our mouths when we're actually trying to promise something.
Don't worry.
No, and we're not very good at keeping them either.
No.
But don't worry, gents, because I've just seen the latest post in the chat room, and Celine is saying, I quote, "I mean, colour it, comb it, etc., whatever, go crazy, but no way is a beard going anywhere."
Oh, so we can plait it then and everything. We can get little beads in
we
it.
can plait it, we can put beads in it, we can put colours in it.
Hang on a second. What's she going to do anyway? She's miles away.
Yeah,
we
this
could
is true.
run really far before she gets to us.
Yeah. We could hop on a plane before she even gets over here.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Celine, eh?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
exactly.
you've reached the pinnacle of life when you don't have control over your own facial hair.
I've never had any control over my own facial hair, so
Yeah.
I only grow facial hair because I can't grow it anywhere else. Really, that's the only reason for the beard. I'm sticking with that. It's nostril hair, it was ear hair. Those two weren't happening. Those weren't working. But the beard's okay.
Celine, I only have one question. Do you have a particular set of skills? Because if you don't, you ain't getting close.
She can hunt us down. but she doesn't know us really. So,
No.
utterly naive on that one, Celine. Yes, you can understand, and, but we're going to shave his beard off, put patterns in it, maybe colour it, wax it, all those kind of things. But we can't promise that he's going to come out of this okay.
Oh, God, excellent. So, any more questions? Any more information? What you want to give over, guys, about the Pirate Festival while we're berating Tom?
Mm-hmm.
I vote for Pinkbeard personally, but there we go.
Honestly, just let it go.
Oh.
We'll get you singing that as well if you want.
Yeah.
What, let it go?
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go.
You can tell
Oh,
Stu's
no.
the one to be doing most of the singing.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I think
Yeah, you've got the voice
after
for
a
it.
couple of sherbets, we'll get Lewis singing as well.
You've got such a beautiful voice. Only a voice only a mother could love.
I like
Is
your
that your
voice.
best voice?
Sounds like Jason Statham.
Phil Mitchell.
Peggy!
If Jason Stratham
Peggy!
were coming, then Becky would definitely be on the route. Then she'd
Oh.
definitely come.
Oh, God, so would my wife. I mean, Jesus, you have to fight them to get close. But
Yeah,
there
it's
you go.
very, very true.
There we go.
So, I have to say, and I'm sorry that I've been in and out of the kind of phone conversation, but I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
So, anything that anyone wants, any kind of questions, we have full access to our boy Lewis. I'm more than happy to answer anything or just put you through to him. Isn't that right, Lou?
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure where you're going with the full access, though. You know what I mean.
Well, anything at all. I will sell Lewis, so he will do anything with anything to anything, because that's the only way we really got Caldecott Castle. What he doesn't realise is that kind of pulling him out for the next 5 years.
So I'm
but
still
I've got to
your
talk
slave then, am I,
with him at
sir?
What,
You
what-
have never stopped being
I'm gonna
my
say-
slave,
I'm gonna
you
say-
scrubby pirate.
Am I still your slave? Duh.
What I can't believe is that you had to ask that question.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yes.
Duh.
This was from the time that you drank all of my really good, booze in front of me once you'd actually cast Paralyze on me. I've never truly forgiven you for it. And, it's all going to happen.
Yep. Pretty much. Right, so thank you very much for coming along, guys. It's informative. We will get all of the information up onto the website, up onto the Facebook groups, up into the show notes, up onto everywhere that we can possibly pimp this for you, as they say. Pimp it, my good man. And then let's get people along, because if by any accounts, if it's anywhere near as good as last year, which I know it's now going to be better because there's cannons, then
Lots of them.
sorted. That's all I can say, and I can't wait to meet all of you guys. I may need a little bit of help with costume though, and I don't mean for the mermaid bit. Just to let you know,
Just give us a shout. Give us a shout.
Cool.
We'll
We'll let you know what Luke and I have kind of got in planned, and then you can see what you can do with it. But we'll talk about that privately, as sometimes it involves whips and chains, and what have you. So thank you very much. Now you are more than welcome to actually stay for the rest of the show. No problem in that. Or if you want to disappear to drink some more rum, where's all the bloody rum? Then crack on, guys. Whichever way you want to do it.
I'm happy to stay.
Yeah, why not? Thanks, guys. We'll hang around.
Fantabby
Yeah, hang
dozy.
around, have some fun.
Okie dokie then. So the UK LARP Awards nominations were announced. Now we're not going to put up. We've already put it up actually on the website at larpbook.com. What all the nominations are.
And this year they're an interesting bunch.
Yeah, they are an interesting bunch, and the list is plentiful, as they say. The and it sounds it
Can I Can I ask a question?
It now sounds. No, hang on a minute. It now sounds like Lewis is actually going for his stash of rum.
What category does a LARP have to be in to be considered small, medium, and large? Is there like a number?
There's a number on it, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I think basically we have small LARP.
Will someone please call Lewis on his mobile and tell him if he is going to hang around?
No,
right?
I'm still here. Still here.
Right, well, turn the bloody music off in the background or whatever then. Good God, man. You can't watch telly in the music in the background while being on a podcast show.
Be grateful it's only music.
This is true. This is true. I know. I'll just play some music in the background. It's all fine.
It's just
Do you reckon it's Pirates of the Caribbean?
Dun 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 dun. Oh, I love The Fox and the Hound. But it does make me cry.
Yeah. It's a sad thing.
It is. Anyway, you were asking, Thomas.
Yeah. What's the numbers in association with a small LARP, medium LARP, and a large one? I'm assuming large is in the thousands.
Yeah, LARP, you talk big LARP, large LARP, you're talking fest LARPs. You're talking things like The Gathering, Empire, that kind of level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to confirm the actual numbers for you, Mo. But last time I just tried to search on that and came up with LARPBook pages.
Do you know what? It is honestly the worst thing, right? Is when you're trying to search for information that you don't actually know and you search for anything to do with LARP, right? We are usually the number one hit. It's really difficult to find news on LARP when your site keeps coming up as the repository of all things LARP.
But roughly speaking, you're talking about medium LARPs are sort of in the sort of 40 players. No, medium LARPs are sort of over 100.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And small LARPs are sort of in this sort of beneath 100, but typically in the sort of 30 to 50 player range.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And how... I've never actually sussed this out, Rob. Mainly because I've never looked into it or even been bothered to. How do they actually get nominated? Because I see them coming up every year, and I think, I really must nominate so-and-so for that, and I haven't got a clue how to do it.
Well, in the past, they've nominated by you send an email to the organisers saying who you would like to nominate for the different categories.
Yeah.
And this year they've done it a bit differently. This year, what they have done is they actually set up an online survey, and then people could go to the survey, and fill in forms there to make their nominations. And I think this year it was partly because the number of nominations were just so large they had to move away from email.
Yeah.
But also, because it gives you a bit of control as well, because it's much easier to manage what's going in and check it's being done fairly if it's going through a system rather than just people sending you people just sending you messages.
Exactly. Okay, right, that's fine.
So the nominations are always announced through LARPCon itself and through people like Having a LARP and the UK LARP groups on Facebook. And then I think we posted the link of ourselves on the Facebook page, on the LARPBook Facebook page. So they get spread around fairly evenly.
Right. Okay.
And then there's a couple of months where you can put in your nominations.
Right. Okay. So how now, brown cow? How do you now cast your vote for the ones that are in the particular categories?
Right. Now you don't.
What?
No.
What?
What? God, who had a blue bottle in here?
In fact, as far as I'm concerned, all right, this is outrageous. Completely.
Okay, so what happens next is I spoke to Ian Nope, the guy who sort of was behind these a year or two ago on this, and what he said was the nominations come in publicly. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what they then do is they then take the nominations. And they have a look what people have said in the comments about all the people being nominated in different categories.
Right.
And they go back and they they sort of have a look at what's going on social media, and they look at their websites, and they try to get as much information as they can from those different sources.
Right.
And from there, there's a small panel that makes the final decision.
Oh, so we can bribe them. Okay, no problem.
There is a panel. There is a small. Yeah, it's a bit like the Oscars, only much smaller. A small panel makes a decision.
So wait a minute. So people who don't actually even go to these LARPs make the decision.
Oh no,
and...
no. The panel's actually made up of a lot of people. People are going to be. Well, though, first of all, you can't possibly get somebody at every LARP.
No. Well, yeah, naturally, yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm descending it. I'm just trying to explain my understanding of it. So they look at what the information they can get from players and from websites and from online presences to get some idea of what the LARP is like. Yeah. Now, some of the LARPs people go to, because I know that, for example, a good many members of the panel are on Insight Infield traders. So they're actually at LARPs trading, and so they see a lot of it.
I suppose they talk to a lot of people too that are actually...
traders know an awful lot of people in the LARP community. So that gives them a lot of insight.
Yeah, okay. Right. No
obviously, it's not perfect, because to be perfect, you need people be able to see every LARP. And
yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of bribing for the Infield Retailer of the Year and Best Online Retailer of the Year, if they're all kind of retailers, but okay.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, I'm not saying there's no bribing. We always hope there won't be.
I forget, where are they actually held? Where's the actual presentation held?
Presentation is being held next weekend at LARPCon.
Right.
And that's in Colville near Leicester.
Yeah, that's the one that Rob's going to, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's the one that Rob is in fact giving a talk at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are. Yes, that makes sense now. Sorry,
that's when I'm going to give a talk about global LARPs.
Yeah.
But they're always held in the evening of LARPCon. So next Saturday night, I'll be attending the ceremony, and we'll be seeing who wins.
Yay! And of course, Rob will be posting those results up on LARPBook. He might even do a live Twitter feed. Who knows? Anything can happen. It's crazy.
Actually, a live Twitter feed I've not attempted before, but
well, you just use that. You just use a hashtag, mate. Just everything you put up, you put the hashtag in. Done, sorted.
Yeah.
That's the simpler way to do it. And the winner is hashtag LARPCon.
Actually, I wonder if I can get a Twitch stream going.
Well, you can give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely, because you could use LARPBook on, couldn't you?
Yeah.
What?
Hey. What?
What?
Hey, what? Who?
Yeah, well, give it a go. See what the incredibly fantastic Wi-Fi is going to be like there, with thousands of people all trying to hook into it.
I may just stick to Twitter and photographs.
Do it in the same way that the way people cover a live Apple event. Actually, here's what all you need to do: start a news thing on the LARPBook site, right?
Yeah.
And then write a bit, put up a picture, update. Write a bit, put up a picture, update. Just keep doing that, man, and the page will just automatically update as you go along.
I could do that, but it's entirely doable. I can do it off my phone.
Just the way TechNet does and all the rest of it, and blah blah for the Apple events, man. And
okay, so this year there could well be a live stream from
wow, look at that. Hey,
when I say live stream, it'll be me typing away, but it'll be live blogged.
You'd be like a proper reporter and everything.
Yeah. Ooh.
How many IT consultants does it take to just get one thing sorted out?
3.
You've heard it here first.
3 normally.
One normally.
Yeah, one
normally.
One to come up with the idea, and then 2 of them to go like, no, there's no way you can do that, mate.
One to get the coffee.
And the one
to get the coffee.
That's coffee that IT's involved. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
And then the one that gets the coffee usually comes up and goes, I've had an idea. And then the first one normally shoots that idea down. And that's kind of how it works. To be honest.
Just like health and safety.
Mrs. Luke, yes, absolutely, having a LARP should come on the show. We've been trying to get them on the blooming show, right?
Actually, we did have them on the show, kind of. I mean, actually, no, we didn't refer to that.
No, because it was something to do with everything else. Even though they actually have, no, it's yeah.
Ian, they're nice people, and we'd love to have Ian and anybody else from having a lap on the show. In fact, there's an open invitation as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But because they're events constantly, it's very hard to get them somewhere where they can actually get come out the show from.
Yeah, definitely. Look, open invitation to anybody, right? If you want to come on the show, come on the show. Let us know. Right, simple as that. Just email us, larpbookshow@gmail.com. That's all you've got to do, right? We are starving for content, purely because every time we look for news, it's our own bloody site that's got the news. So yeah, we'll put you on if you want to talk about like that. You do a LARP with Care Bears, right? Yeah, we'll basically host you. It's not a problem, right?
Quite interesting how that works.
And if anybody's doing a LARP about Deadpool, count me in.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
In fact, actually, I think it's worth saying here that we reckon Stewie's got a part-time job.
What's my part-time job then, Luke?
Wearing spandex. I think you know exactly who you are, Mr. Paul.
Well, I was going to say Wonder Woman. No.
Wonder Woman.
No, she doesn't wear spandex.
I think Cumbran has its own Deadpool.
Robert, she does in my dreams.
Oh, no. Really?
Okay. I thought it was tight leather.
Well, spandex, leather, whatever. I mean,
no. How did we get onto spandex again?
Andy, Andy, aren't you really glad you now came on the show?
It's an education.
It normally
pretty polite.
It normally is. It normally is with
some
us.
of the things you're going on about. Google is my friend.
Yeah, be careful about that because we've already established on the show that Google lies.
Oh yes, Andy. We did have one incident where we caught Google lying to some poor hapless Americans.
Yeah,
no,
we did.
Actually, they're Canadians, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I'm so sorry, Liz. I love you.
They are Canadians, eh?
Canadians from that kind of... Honestly, that's about as vague. But who are we thinking? This is Rob that's talking about here. So really, his geographical understanding of the world. Really, the fact is that that Canada is just right at the top of America. Is close enough. And that's why I think I'm going to have to actually drive to Goblin Coo, right? Because we'll never get there. Oh, let's face it.
I think you're right. Because if the sat nav can't take you, mate, you're knackered.
Honestly, it's just well, I don't know.
Look. Last time I went to Goblin Coo, I did not accidentally drive onto Bristol Airport runway. Honestly.
God.
No, that's it. I'm definitely driving. For the sanity of the group, I'll try, if nothing else, just to get us there at some point over the weekend.
Oh my God!
Seriously, man, it's only seriously, mate. Only you, honest to God, yeah. Yeah. And I thought I was geographically challenged. When I ever ask my dad if I'm going somewhere new, I always ask, is it towards the bridge or away from the bridge?
Yeah.
That's how I first started.
I think that's how most people down the South Wales do it. Is it towards the border away?
Yeah.
The South
Wales. Have I got to pay?
Wales.
Have I got to take money with me to get back in, or am I all right going the other way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's always Ross.
There is always Ross.
Ross.
And for all the Americans that are listening, Ross on Wye, beautiful place. You should go and visit it. When I say visit it, drive through.
Fast.
Drive by.
Although
there's quite a few of those that go on.
Yeah, don't use the drive by. Yeah, although there is now a very nice Burger King there, so that's pretty good. But unlike America, and I think I'd just like to bring this up a minute, completely off topic, because it's not like me to go off topic. Yeah.
No.
any Americans that come over here, I've just got a little piece of advice for you, okay? When you go into a fast food restaurant, don't expect anything that you actually order to be available and ready for you to eat, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that in the UK. The way it works is you order it, they pretty much cook it, and they bring it. It doesn't usually take too long, but it's not instant. It's not fast, and usually it's not food. But just to let you know, just a piece of sagely advice for you. It's nothing like America. It was like America the first time I ever went to McDonald's. In fact, before I got to the counter, they knew what I wanted, and it was there ready for me. Now you go to the counter, okay, and I say, "I'll have a Big Mac, please," or something like that. They go, "No problem," and they shout through, "Big Mac!" Because there's not even, their signature burger ready for you. They basically cook it for you.
And then the duty manager, Mac, comes back and goes, what?
What
Do you want?
Yeah.
So you have to understand it's service with a snarl. That's what it is now.
Oh, well, we're never going to get sponsored from McDonald's anymore.
Which we were never going to get sponsored anyway by them.
You never know.
Oddly enough, I'm fine with that. Because people already think I'm a bit of a clown before we even get there. You know what I mean?
Well, you have got the shoes.
Well, this is true.
And the red hair.
Only on the weekends. I want to say
And the
weekends.
makeup.
Yeah, well, everyone's got to have a hobby.
But do you have to wear it? I know, honestly, Lewis, we were so close. To getting Stuart as a mermaid. I think he'd look rather attractive, Stuart. I have to say.
It'll happen. You said it now. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I think he'd look lovely.
It is written, so it must be done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, hey, it worked for the Bible. I mean.
Well, yeah, true.
Yes, that true set of stories. Oops, I just offended half of the.
I think so.
Allegedly, because it's all true. Praise be.
I think we should probably, when we do end this podcast, just basically sort of say, and whatever God you believe in, go with you.
Yes, absolutely.
One. Oh, hello. Come in.
Who dropped?
Sorry, guys.
Was that you?
I just realised something we needed.
What's that?
I just heard you in the presenters chat.
Okay.
Oh, right. Hang on a second.
Bringing up the presenters chat.
Oh.
Okay, right. I should be able to do this.
Go on.
1 minute. Here we go. Just bring that up.
I set Chewie technical challenge.
Yeah, here we go. There we go.
There we go.
The instant, and I do love the wording, rim shot.
Yes.
So
Welcome to LARP Porn, where we'll be taking you through quite a lot of very dodgy sound effects, a presenter with an incredibly set of dodgy glasses, and Rob.
Oh, Jesus! Do you know what? We have too much fun doing this, and should you want to help us out, have a bit more fun, pop across to Patreon and just give $1 or so.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Give yourself another one just for that.
Okay, thank you very much. There we go.
It's still Thursday. Try the veal.
Oh, we could do this all night. When I say all night, no, we couldn't.
No, we let it go.
Mainly because at some point my wife will say, "I want a cup of tea." I'll say, "Go make it your bloody self." She'll say, "You have to sleep sometime." There we go. You really shouldn't have given me that, Rob.
Really bad idea, Rob. What were you thinking?
Right, I put in the show notes.
Oh God, don't. They're annoying all their friends. Here's a pirate thing.
Oh God, here we go. So yes, we've covered fast food, we've covered pirates, we've covered the LARP's nominations, yada yada yada. Now then, Subductis. What's that about then, Rob? Because you put it up there, I haven't got a clue.
Sorry, I'll stop laughing in a moment.
So
not to do anything simple.
Okay, so Subductis is a LARP event coming up in March this year, on the 25th to 27th, so to be precise.
yeah.
Okay. It's being held, actually, not that far from us. It's being held in near Bridgend.
Okay.
For those not in the UK, Bridgend is kind of slightly more west of Wales than the part that the LARP presenters live in.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Or 30 if my wife's driving.
See, Stewie, that's dangerous ground because Karen's getting better day by day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know she is getting better day by day, but as I always say, Luke, I'm always in the shit. It's just different levels of it. There we go.
Really, stop that. Someone take it off him.
They
Is there anyone
can't-
close by?
Only Karen, and she doesn't listen to the show. Like she said, why on earth would I listen to the show when I live with him?
Really, stop it. No.
You really shouldn't have given me that, Rob. I mean, you all you got to do is dangle something more shiny in front of me, mate, and I'm done.
I know. I just don't know what I was thinking.
So Subductis. So what's this about then? Because
Okay, it's being run by the wonderfully named Insomnia LRP.
oh, excellent.
Trying to think of the great name.
Yes.
Okay, so the tagline is: "When your world comes crashing down, who can you trust?"
Ghostbusters.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a survival horror game, and there's going to be a hidden backstory. So we don't get a lot of background on this game, except the players are stuck together to survive.
Right.
They don't know who to trust,
Okay.
and people know that things are going wrong in the world big time.
Yes.
So it should be out, and it's being set in the woodland of Candleston down near Bridgend. So it'll be, can you imagine trying to survive in creepy woods on a cold March night?
So basically a night out in Newport then.
Possibly safer than that, actually.
Probably, I was going to say, probably safer.
You don't actually need to take your stab vest. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you do, trust me, really.
Speaks Lewis, the voice of experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any cost to this particular LARP? Have they got those details?
I'm giving that this being those up for you now. Let me
Okay.
see. Event early booking to go in cheap. This event they're going to be staying at the Bridgend Premier Inn.
Yeah.
Okay, early bird pricing is £70 a ticket.
Okay.
So £70 full ticket, £70. Student £60. Crew £15.
Okay. Right. No worries. And do they say what you get for that money? Is there food involved, etc. Yada yada yada. What?
There is, I believe, there is going to be some food, and they're also talking about an after party.
Oh. Okay.
I did have a read on this, and it's a full 48 hours Constantine character.
Yeah, there's no.
What?
So your game starts and you can't
Yeah.
and you don't come out. It's a full-on no escape game.
And there is food, but
Yeah.
you've got to find it.
And if you don't find it, you don't eat.
Yes, same with shelter and everything. It seems
God.
quite hardcore.
Yeah, if you don't find the shelter, you get cold and wet.
You mean there's no running water?
Well,
Well-
it's a wood
Yeah, with a castle.
with a castle, yeah.
Well, there
I
you
don't know.
go. There's the running water in the moat.
In the moat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, fair enough. I mean, if that's your bag, baby, then yeah, definitely go. We'll have the details up on the show notes and etc.
We will, yeah.
So you can sort of get to that, and that's in March. You said what date in March?
That's the 25th to 27th of March.
All right, so you still got time to get your bookings in, etc.
There's plenty of time to get the bookings in, yeah. Was it? Yeah, so there be no problem with that.
All right.
And this looks like one of the growing number of survival. Oh my god, this is going to hurt doing this LARPs.
Yeah. I'll be quite
All
interested
good
to
LARPs should hurt.
Yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
interested to see any feedback from that, see how it actually is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
did I,
It'd be
because
quite interesting.
between this and Gulag and a few other games that have been mentioned recently, it seems to be an emerging trend now for these full-on survival games where you're actually not having the coziness of retiring to like a nice bed or your tent between during the game. It just starts, and unless you play right, or well, not say right, unless you play so you get what you need to survive, you're not comfortable.
Okay.
Well, if you remember, the last time we were talking about these kind of things, about the scenario I was talking about, which was the kind of only 4 or 5 player characters, the rest were kind of the enemy, as it were.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I think this is something is going to grow in popularity because I think people want that now.
Yeah,
there's a growing market for it,
Yeah, I mean, if I were along, I'm fine. I could do it. I've been trained, but I'm not sure. Luke, do you reckon you could survive it, mate? Do you reckon you could build a shelter out of nothing and all the rest of it?
Well, basically, I would just grab a new pair of trainers because I don't have to outrun you. And as long as I can outrun you, then I'm all right. I would break Thomas's legs and just kick Rob in the nuts, and that's how I'd survive.
Hang on. How come Rob just gets kicked in the nuts and I get my legs broke? What the hell?
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
You've had it coming, and I'm speaking to Celine, the voice Bomperini Mahoney Spats, on the chat room, and she's quite gobby at the moment, so,
Cheers, Celine. Thanks for that. Yeah.
What are they actually chatting about? Because
right.
there seems to be some interaction there between Celine and Bex. Is someone in trouble, mate?
We've created a monster.
What's that coming over the hill? God. Is it a monster?
It's a monster.
It's
my
wife. Now, the thing that I think myself and Thomas have just realised is that Celine and my wife should never meet. Must never meet. Because if they ever do, I can't really, there's no hope. There's absolutely no hope whatsoever. So, really, Tom, we're going to have to bang heads just to see if we can, make sure that they never meet. Because I'm not too sure we'd survive.
Challenge accepted.
Well, the way they're getting on at the moment in the chat room, we kind of need to put a lid on this. That's right. Yeah, that's it, Celine. I called you Gobby. That's right, woman. You're just going to have to cope with it.
She may not know what Gobby means.
Thomas?
Yeah, she may not know what Gobby means.
It could actually be Gobby. What's Gobby?
That's it. You're gobbing off. That's what it is. Yeah.
No. I think somebody's gonna have to translate. No,
I'll do that later. Not a problem. No worries whatsoever.
We'll get a translation later. Oh God, Luke and Tom in so much trouble.
Oh, no, we were listening to Sean Locke last night, so that's where that comment has come from. But all hope is indeed lost, I believe. So, Celine, I hate to say it, I think you're right.
Excellent, fantastic. Okay, right. So we've done Subductis, and then I thought we'd throw in the is it the profiles? Is that what they're called, Rob?
Right. We do have the profiles. So, Stu, do you want to try and explain the profiles? And I'll chuck in.
Yeah, absolutely. No worries. So what we started to do with LARPBook was give clubs an opportunity to let the world, and let's be honest, if you search for LARP at all on the internet now, you get us, right? Is to give people the opportunity to, for want of a better word, pimp their club and what they do, so they can build a whole profile about the actual LARP club, what their ethos is, what sort of things happen, a whole profile, literally as it sounds, okay, about the LARP that you do so well. I was trying to get voodoo in there, that didn't quite work. And that's basically it in a nutshell. So what I thought we'd start doing is those people that do sort of put up a profile and what have you, we sort of highlight on the show and give a little bit of information, a little bit of a shout out, as it were, because they've taken the time to actually use the tool that we've got up there to actually pimp their LARP, as they say. Yeah. So we've got Shards of, am I saying this right? Massagon.
I'm hoping it's Massagon, because otherwise I'll start saying it's start calling it Massagon.
Massagon.
That can't possibly be right.
Shards of Massagon. And count me in. Where did I put that information? There it is. Yeah. So, a little bit of background. The Shards of Massagon is a Virginia-based LARP that serves players from all over the Central East Coast. We operate as an LLC corporation. What is an LLC corporation?
I think that's the American version of a limited company.
Okay, fine. Dedicated to providing our players with a lively, gritty game world, a great deal of depth, role play, and fun. So the Shards of Massagon LARP LLC has employed over 100 years of combined LARP experience and thousands of hours of creation time to build a well-honed system to express combat in our fantasy world. It's been a labour of love that grew from an idea to a 15-man build team over the course of nearly a decade. Yes, Thomas, you can make that face, in fact. It is quite a... Yes.
It's quite impressive.
It is pretty good, yeah. Honest time and dedication, testing and player response has in the end created a thoroughly tested system that, when employed properly, can enhance story elements of the game without interrupting flow and pacing. We proudly call this system the conflict system. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm going to put a shout out here now as well. If any of the people that do put profiles up on the LARPBook site, if they want to get in touch with us, larpbookshow@gmail.com. In fact, we'll probably get in touch with them as well. If they want to come onto the show and pimp their LARP, yeah, we will happily take you in the same way that we've done with Lewis and Andy here to do the Pirate Festival. You know, get the word out. Granted, it might only get to 40 people, but that's 40 more people than you might have had before, and what have you. Oh God, then they're doing emoticons in the bloody chat. Oh well, I suppose at the very minimum, I mean, I shouldn't have expected any less, and I'm all I can actually say is
no.
You thought I'd forgotten, have I hell?
No. Honestly, there was absolutely no need for that. I have to say, the chat room is a good accompaniment, though, to the actual show. So anyone listening should really go on to Twitch and kind of join in the fun.
Join in, as you say, the fun. And don't forget that the podcast as well comes out. It's available on Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean. It's we're trying to get it out everywhere right now, and it's even starting to go up on archive.org as well. If any of you have never been
Archive is awesome.
On archive.org, right? Holy mother of all things fantastic. That place is a gold mine of stuff that you thought you'd forgotten about, but go, oh, I remember that. Absolutely genius. In fact, I did find out the other day that there's a place up in there where you can use virtualized computer machines and see what particular viruses did to particular computers. It won't affect yours at all in any way because it's all run in a browser in a virtualized environment, and they've destroyed the harmful bit. But you can see like the old viruses back in the day, what they used to do to computers. It's all up there, man. It's a bizarre and wacky, fun-filled place, and a load of 80s retro games, if I remember right, as well, Rob, isn't it?
Right, loads of them, yeah. Things you could never possibly get again. And also, I've just been flicking in there now. You've been chatting about it, and I've gone into the sci-fi horror section.
Yeah.
And down there, you can actually get yourself free copies of Night of the Living Dead, Plan 9 from Outer Space,
Excellent.
and a personal favourite, Voyage to the Planet of Prehistoric Women.
Exactly. So there you go.
Hey!
So go to archive.org as well, and of course you can get our show in incredibly many different formats because they do all the conversion for you as well. It's bonkers what they do there. So on that note, I think it's just kind of left for us to go. If you have got value out of the show, right? I want to say value. You've laughed at least once or twice, yeah. Then pop across to Patreon, yeah. Help us out. Give us just $1 a month. That really helps us out to buy more gear, to make things better for people. Actually, give Luke some internet and what have you. So. He can do the show.
Honestly, it was only a matter of time before that came out, wasn't it?
Yep. And things like that. And if you
freaking leave.
Oh, shut up. And if you don't actually want to sort of do that sort of thing, well, pop across to the shop. Go to redbubble.com, search for LARPBook. We've got loads of things like this fantastic mug that I'm holding up now, which I've been drinking my tea out of all night. And I was very, very happy and very impressed actually with the quality of everything that comes from the t-shirts, the hoodies, the pillow. I'm definitely getting one of those pillows.
I'm on live.
And it's... that all helps us out as well, yeah, to make better content, what have you. We're looking to go out to do actual LARP events as well and record stuff and what have you. But we need money to do these sorts of things, to get the equipment to make it good for you, the listener, the viewer. Yeah, so help us out that way. And I think that's about. I think it's just really now. Thank you very much to Andy and Lewis. Thanks for coming along, guys.
Thank you very much, guys. Been an absolute
Pleasure's ours, mate.
Hey, not a problem.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Anytime you want to come along and pimp something else, just drop us a
No.
line.
I'm gonna have to build up for it next time. I'm sorry.
We are an acquired taste.
I wondered why all the doors were locked on the outside.
It's just a thing we do. It's not personal. Yeah, whatever. A big thank you to Rob, Tom, and Lucas Pitimus Maximus Aurelius Cornelius. Can't think of anything else.
Yes. Hello.
for being here again. Thanks a lot, guys, and what have you.
Brilliant.
And I think that's kind of it for the show, to be honest. Yeah, cool. So, music was provided by Ben Sound at bensound.com. Pop across, see the wonderful works that he does. You too can use something as cool as we do. Patreon, like I said, we're there. Just pop across. We got a shop, Redbubble. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Twitch, Podbean. Just search for LARPBook, literally everywhere across the internet. We're trying to be anywhere and everywhere. Should you want to get in touch with the show, just email larpbookshow@gmail.com, just like Lewis did, just to get on here. Go to the website, larpbook.com, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I think we're going to be in some other places soon as well. Just search for LARPBook. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review on iTunes, because we might actually be featured at some point. That would be nice. So it just leaves for me to say thank you very much, and thanks everyone for coming along, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're done. Just very quick. Right, I'm just going to go through the audio quickly.